my point.
I am crazy for rocket jumping and market gardening. That is not a goddamn joke. For the past 2 years, I've been rocket jumping and using the market gardener for every match. It's fucking amazing to do so. Like, look at my stats here. Just please ignore the weeaboo names for a second. You looking? To put this into perspective, I'm pretty sure I've been a rocket jumper soldier longer than I've been as a regular soldier. Look at my stat for the strange festive rocket launcher. Now look at my market gardener. Huge difference. And people usually ask me like, how long have you been doing this shit? And I'm like, dude, I don't know, I'm scared as well. And they tell me, how am I so good at rocket jumping? How am I this freaking insane? To answer that question on rocket jumping, I must say, 2-Fort. 2-Fort. 2-Fort is the womb that I was in for like a year or two. And I probably logged into 2-Fort for like about 2,000 hours at this point. Maybe 1,000 hours. 1 to 2,000 hours is in between there. And it's pretty embarrassing to say that because like it was purgatory being in that map. I emerged with insanity because that's when I only started to play as jumper soldier, nothing else. And I mean nothing else. Like, I don't play any other class anymore, nor any other loadout. It's just rocket jumping with the market gun. That's it. That's the real origin of me. There's no shady, slimy secret about me here. I don't have my CL interp on high. I don't have my mouse sensitivity on high. I don't have any scripts or anything like that. And to be honest, I don't know what the fuck a script is. I've been playing for this game for about 5,000 hours now and I still don't know what a script is. Someone please help. I don't have anything special in my game, just pure training and a shit ton of persistence. When fighting under the limitation of the rocket jumper, you just make your way through it. Like shoot, I don't even have a custom HUD. I have pure vanilla HUD. Nothing else. I don't have my view models off or anything like that. Like, it's pure vanilla. And the credit just goes all to 2-Fort. And even to this day, even though I spend more hours on casual matchmaking games, I would get on 2-Fort first before anything to warm up my rocket jumps. That's true. And if y'all want to catch me sometime, I'm usually chilling in the Skyle 2-Fort LA server. The 24/7 one with the instant respawn. Good service in my opinion. But that's besides the point. 2-Fort is the big secret that everyone wants to know about. Now I'm here to tell you fuckers why 2-Fort is the great, if not the best TF2 map to learn how to rocket jump. And I said it. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong about this shit, alright? Yeah, I know I might be biased here. You know what, that might be this whole video, to be honest. It's a whole biased video. But it's real to me, okay? It's real, okay?
It's still real to me, damn it!
And after saying that, I know everyone has their eye on me now. Like, I'm saying some crazy, outlandish shit right now. Like, I'm gonna get whacked, you know? I'm gonna get sniped for saying something like this. And you know what? I'm gonna stand by my statement. And I'm gonna make my point here, so get ready. For the purpose of making this video more bite-sized, I'm gonna have to cut it short to just rocket jumping. I'm gonna leave out the whole market gardening part, because that is cool. I can give you a goddamn PhD thesis on explaining the complexities of market gardening, the blend of rocket jumps you can mix with them, how to strafe so well, being able to pull off feint strafes and trick strafes, and how using the mantras is an actual option to play competitively, and the mind game aspect of keeping notes of targeted enemies, and the ability to adapt to any situation, and adaptation of jumping in 10 feet tall areas, and how to strafe away from aeroblasts, and how to dodge bullets and rockets in midair, and know how to play the game with the in-game physics and gravity and the distance of jumps. But I'll save that for another market gardening video for some other day, because for this video, it's mainly gonna be why 2-Fort is a great map to learn how to rocket jump. Let me get this out of the way though. 2-Fort is a bad map. I will agree there. It's awful. It's not a great map. Let me break it down to this like logic equation here, okay? Have you ever seen a tall midget?
Oh, I'm gonna suck that dick.
I hate it when
Oh,
Liam
damn it,
has
I'm
that.
super mad that that's isolated.
Have you ever seen a handsome weeaboo?
Wrestling guy. Is that a stone?
Have you ever played an actual game on 2Fort? That's exactly my point. When you say either one of those statements out loud, you just automatically process like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. No, none of them make sense. 2Fort is definitely a bad map, and there's a ton of videos out there to just be more than happy to explain why it's a bad map. However, 2Fort is a good map to learn how to rocket jump. I'm only here to make the rocket jump claim for 2Fort, not for the other ones, okay? So, 2Fort equals bad TF2 map, but 2Fort equals good TF2 map to learn how to rocket jump. You got it? So let's get right into this shit. Now I hear what you might be saying. 2Fort. 2Fort. Why not Hightower? Or a Jump Academy map? Why has it gotta be 2Fort? Ain't that the map where there are only instant respawn 24/7 mode and it's not even capture the flag anymore, it's just team deathmatch? Ain't there a whole bunch of shitty players and people who are as stoned as a Salem witch in there? Everyone's just high as fuck and no one cares about the game? Exactly. Exactly. You see here, other maps don't cut it like 2Fort does. Other maps like Hightower, Process, Snakewater, you know they all got butter knives. While 2Fort has the steak knife, cutting a piece of cheese. And everyone's just scared because they're like, what the hell is he gonna do with that knife? It's like, I don't think you need a steak knife to cut it. You know, and everyone's like mentioning how 2Fort's been getting senile, and everyone's just like, don't bother him, just leave him alone, just don't pay any attention to him. Let me break it down. So for Hightower is always associated as Trollger Center. But nay, I say, that map is absolute garbage. Sorry, I'm gonna say it right here.
How about this one? I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash.
Ain't no cover here. It's all open space. You're out there jumping around and you're hopping around like fucking Bambi in spring, and your ass is just gonna get shot. Boom! And not only that, but you got motherfucking Hitler in the server building mini sentries in each corner of the map because he doesn't want fun on the server, and it just ruins everything. I have no idea why people would want to jump in a map like that. It's awful. How would you learn how to rocket jump in that map? Maybe for sync jumps I can understand, but my goodness, what the hell? What? Ugh. And for jump maps themselves, alright, I'm gonna have to admit, yeah, okay, jump maps do help you how to rocket jump, right? But I just see that shit like college. Jumping in Jump Academy maps is like college, while jumping in regular TF2 maps is like the real world, street smarts type of experience. Jump Academy will teach you by the books and will train you how to do specific things with all these tricks and the amount of obstacles that you will most likely never encounter ever again. Then afterwards, when you beat all the courses and you feel all confident, you just get smacked the fuck down by some other players. And then you start feeling like, why am I not that good at rocket jumping? Maybe I shouldn't have, skipped some classes. Maybe I should have been paying attention more. Maybe I shouldn't have equipped the base jumper on some courses and instead do the courses legit. Look, let me break it down for like how I see this whole rocket jumping philosophy. And yeah, you heard me, rocket jumping philosophy, RJP. I take this shit to heart. So there's two ways you can take rocket jumping in TF2. In my eyes, the way how I see things. One way, you can take the stylish jumps way. This is the path where you get those huge ass jump maps doing all sorts of jumps, doing those sick sync jumps, fucking wall jumps, sync wall jumps, freaking super syncs, sinks. And you know what? That's a cool path to take, right? It's the college path of rocket jumping where you learn the obstacles and stuff, do it by the books, but only a select few are chosen from that field to represent it. and those few jumpers were probably the ones that liked the courses and liked the type of obstacles that offered them, you know, that book smart nerdy shit, and they probably went to like office hours for extra help on the courses and how to rocket jump better. Fucking nerds. And then afterwards they come out with their PhDs and stuff, being pros at certain jump maps and stuff, and they're out there being supported by the academy to just do whatever they want. I don't know, I'm just rambling. What am I saying? Yeah, there's no problem going down the stylish jumps path. And shoot those videos with the soldiers playing the jump maps. Oof, those videos are amazing. They do it flawlessly. And those videos inspired me how to rocket jump as well. The only problem was that those jump maps were, at times, pretty boring and or tedious, which leads to a lot of players quitting the server or using the base jumper to get through them. And a lot of people won't go through them. Put it like that. Like, let's review our thoughts here. Why do we want to learn how to rocket jump? To get better at the soldier. Rocket jumping is a crucial element when playing the soldier. You can bet your ass you're going to be rocket jumping a lot as a soldier. So, you can take that college Safeway route, but you can take the other path of rocket jumping, and that's the battle rocket jump path, which I call it. Battle rocket jump path is the part where it will lead you to the jumps most effective during actual gameplay, such as rollouts. You want to get that gnarly CP process rollout to reach mid fast as fuck, and then when you get there and the other soldier is slower than you, and then you just air shot him when he's doing his rollout, you get that sick kill going on the frag video with the drum and bass music going in the background, going, and then you record the reactions of your Highlander UGC fucking plat invite elo comp team in the background going crazy. And you know what? That path is also cool to take as well. Go on ahead with that. Those videos inspired me as well. We have both the paths of stylish rocket jumps and the battle rocket jumps. Bear with me for a moment, but I see those two sides as each side of the Taoist yin yang symbol. The order being the controlled, structured environment with the specific string of jumps on jump maps, that is the stylish rocket jumps. And then we got the chaos, the unknown, with the ability to do rollouts and have the basic jumps down to a T to maneuver your way around things. And then for me, I sort of scrounged a bit for both sides to have a blend of them to discover the middle ground, known by Taoists as the way, which I've called it the experiential rocket jumps, which I believe is a way of thinking that could help out any soldier when it comes to rocket jumping. Alright, I did tell you to bear with me, and if you made it this far through my philosophy part of the video, I might as well give you an eye candy to look at. So here's the best kill I ever gotten of all time in TF2, and hope you're entertained. Alright, you good? Okay, cool. Now, get ready for a small lecture here. The word experiential comes from the two words experience and inferential. Now, what does experiential rocket jumps mean then? It means that we take a bit from the battle rocket jumps, this being the basic jumps we will learn from actual combats like rollouts, for instance, this being the experience side of jumps, and then we take a bit from the stylish rocket jumps, this being the more educated critical thinking part used during jump maps to make the best guess as to what jumps to use, which gives us our inferential side of the jumps. So the experiential jumps are the basic refined rocket jumps you pick up from actual gaming experience, and then you use your noggin for critical thinking to pretend that the real TF2 maps are jump maps. Make sense? Okay, I'll break it down better. Jump maps have no combat experience behind them. There are only obstacles made by someone that you gotta get through. No combat experience means no experience to refine jumps for battling. But at the same time, you can't choose any regular TF2 map to learn how to rocket jump for the battle rocket jumps, because there are so many complexities to each map's environment, whether it doesn't give a ton of space to jump in, or it attracts a ton of competitive players, you name it. So, wait, what point was I making again? Oh, yeah, we're right. And I believe 2 Fort is a great rocket jumping playground to get a good feel of experiential jumps, which, in my opinion, is the best way to rocket jump. Let's start from the top here. 2 Fort got real players in it, and they're all shooting at each other and stuff. You got the combat, you got snipers shooting your face off, you got the right environment for rocket jumping. Jump maps would have no player in your way when it comes to playing them, but this is a real map with a quote-unquote real game. Sure, you can always go around the whole real game thing by loading up a map and then practicing the rollouts and such on your own, but that defeats the whole point of experiential jumps. For you see, experiential jumps comes from the experience of learning practical jumps during actual games. This raises your levels on how to infer which jumps are the most suitable during combat. You see those 2 words I mentioned there? Experience and infer. That's what makes it experiential. Oh, thank you. No, I shouldn't. Okay, I will. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But you might say, well, how is a scrub gonna learn how to do basic rocket jumping skills during gameplay in an actual match? Well, that's why I said quote unquote real game. Remember that part where 2 Fort is a bad map? Good players stay away from those 24/7 instant respawn 2 Fort servers. And good. It's common sense that 2 Fort is a bad map to play an actual game. We're here at 2 Fort because it's a playground. Everyone at 2 Fort is messing around and no one is ever playing this game seriously while in 2 Fort. And then the ones who do play seriously never make it past half an hour because by then reality sinks in and they're like, why the fuck am I playing 2 Fort? And they disconnect. It ain't no process or snake water where tough fuckers come down to roll out and mess shit up. It's 2 Fort. It's the perfect setting made in heaven for players to not be pressured at all. So we have a map here where 1. People are not playing capture the flag. 2. People are instead playing team deathmatch. 3. Good players don't usually come by because it's a bad map. 4. Most people are getting stoned or goofing off in the map. And 5. It's got almost every jump obstacle that you will see in every TF2 map. Yep, it's got a ton of jump obstacles that could help you for jumps on almost every TF2 map. You just gotta be a little more imaginative to discover them hiding right under your noses. Let me get a list of jumps here to illustrate what I mean. I'll be going from the basic jumps, and by basic jumps I mean basic jumps, then to complex jumps, and then to the ultimate jump move you can do on 2 Fort. So before I get into the basic jumps, I want to make a note here that yes, the basic jumps can be learned anywhere. The point of doing the basic jumps on 2 Fort is to gain the baby combat experience while forming your jump maneuvers, like strafing, and knowing how the enemy will play. Have experience on that field, and your jumps would be more accommodating to dodge around dangers. And I like to point out that 2 Fort's layout is quite accommodating for newbies in rocket jumping. For every jump, I'll be referring to a landmark when it comes to measuring your rocket jump height, so make sure to remember your surroundings. Not only that, but I'll try to keep you guys entertained with me getting market garden kills with every type of jump that I'll present. In a way, it's also me showing that each jump can serve its purpose during combat. Of course, all of this is done on 2 Fort. Alright, let's get right into this. Basic rocket jump. This one is the most simple one. Just jump while aiming at your feet and shoot the rocket. Simple. There's the bridge and the battlements to practice your jump height for a regular rocket jump. C-tap rocket jump. This is another simple one. You just gotta jump, crouch, and shoot the rocket at your feet at the same time, giving you major height. You see those metal sheets at the battlements over there? The C-tap rocket jump will give just the right amount of height to get over it. Practice the C-tap rocket jump using that height as a reference. C-tap wall boost jump. For For this jump, all you gotta do is a C-tap rocket jump, but aimed at the wall nearest to you. It's like when you're at the swimming pool, and you're at the edge ready to swim. What do you first do? You get your legs up, and push yourself from the wall to give you that speed boost. That is what the C-tap wall boost jump does for you. Now, this is an extremely important yet simple move. If every soldier were to use this move, you can bet your ass soldiers can get away from a tight spot quickly, or rush at their enemies. When rocket jumping, there is no need to waste an extra second in the air at a vulnerable position. That's how you get shot by a sniper, or a rocket, or whatever it is that comes your way. The C-tap wall boost jump can keep you on the low level and get you to your next destination fast. Practice on any wall or corner of the map and use any location as your goal. I would recommend this area at base to do wall boost jumps at either an elevated or lower location. By practicing this, you will get a good feel of the angle that's necessary to get to the lower or higher areas when jumping. Pogo rocket jump. For this, all you gotta do is jump first and let the force of the rocket blast keep you up. Practice wherever because this is an extremely versatile move. Practice in open areas so you have enough space to pogo around. Water rocket jump. A lot of players seem to get stuck as soldier when they're in a water location. It's so common seeing soldiers just blow themselves up after multiple attempts of rocket jumping. The secret of getting out of the water area with a rocket jump is to hold on the jump button, spacebar in this case, and stay afloat. While afloat, you can now aim at whatever surface there is to shoot the rocket. Now you're out of the water. Wall rocket jump. You see the fences at mid? The long fences will help for a wall jump. All you gotta do is rocket jump forward and then shoot the rocket against the wall at a right angle to blast you to your goal effectively. Mid is a good open area to wall jump while at the same time avoid whatever is shooting at you. Hopefully you don't die too often. But if you do, that's part of the process of learning. The wall rocket jump is probably the jump where you're gonna encounter more conflicts than other jumps. So learn to dodge, learn to strafe, and get a good feel of your air control while rocket jumping. Wall climb rocket jump. Hey, remember that metal sheet spot on battlements and how you can get up there with a C-tap? I never knew anything about rocket jumping because I never really hopped into the jump maps or seen a lot of tutorials on jump techniques on YouTube. So everything I've done on 2 Fort was me improvising and learning from my surroundings and just trial and error. Funny thing, I was good at all the other jumps without the use of C-tap. I did a regular rocket jump to shoot me up against a wall, then I aimed at the right angle to boost me again to get up. Wall climb rocket jumps are extremely useful when it comes to dire situations. At times you may be air blasted and you get knocked up against a wall. With wall climbing jumps, you can hop out of that situation and have a better chance of surviving. So you finally made it to the cooler part of the video, the cool kid jumps. If you skipped ahead to this part, I don't blame you. But I'll have to warn y'all that these complex jumps rely on the mastery of the basic jumps. So at this point, I will refer to the basic jumps by their name and not by their directions to illustrate the complex jumps quicker. Frog jump. Ever heard of a frog jump in TF2? Me neither. I just made that up out of nowhere. That name is completely made up because I don't know this type of jump, and like I said before, I don't search up on TF2 jump tutorial videos to really know the name of this type of jump. This is a jump that requires a lot of speed and momentum to do. You first have to gain a ton of speed from a prior rocket jump. In this case, I'm using the C-tap wall boost jump, and then you have to sort of touch the ground for a couple of frames. In these couple of frames, you must shoot your rocket at your feet to create the frog jump. I sort of imagine this as me doing a super bunny hop, except instead of a jump, it's a rocket jump. The frog jump is an extremely powerful jump that could send you flying far away, so be careful when it comes to strafing with that much speed. I would practice by doing a C-tap wall boost towards the edge right here to jump. Use the battlements as a goal to reach when practicing.
Sera, if you're going to hit, I'm got. Be fair deal. Take the roof.
Sync jump. Did you know that you could sync jump in 2 Fort? It's actually true. The skybox in 2 Fort is just enough to make room for a sync jump. This can only be done on red battlements, however. You see this big building right here? All you gotta do is C-tap up against it, do a wall climb jump, make sure to strafe away from the building while doing so, hit the skybox. No, use your bump with the skybox as a reference for when it's time to shoot your sync rocket. And while falling down, you gotta aim towards any point at the pool area for your sync rocket. Once you've shot the sync rocket in the air, do a water rocket jump with your sync rocket. Now this is an extreme move, and I don't think you want to use anything but a rocket jumper for it, but if you want to live life on the edge, go right on ahead.
Hottest, there's a sniper there. Hottest!
Flying fish jump. What the hell is a flying fish jump? It's a string of moves that turns you into the flying fish. Not literally, okay, but metaphorically. Do a wall boost jump shooting yourself down to the pool, and the instant you get in the pool, you gotta do a quick water jump to get out. With the speed used from the wall boost, you can send yourself flying out of the pool. Flying. Bonus points if you want to do a wall jump on top of that to get to the other battlements within seconds. Practice hopping across the map and become the fish. Rooftop rollout. For this, you want to start off at one side of the bridge. Do a regular rocket jump towards the bridge, and pull off 2 pogo hops on top of the bridge to get to battlements. This tiny rollout exercise will do wonders for you when you get it down. It'll give you a little intro on the field of Rolloutomy, the field where the impatient jumpers test out their jumps to get to a point as fast as possible. Use the battlements opposite from you as your goal. Rooftop slide out. Going off of the rooftop rollout, we have the rooftop slide out. For this, you gotta do a C-tap jump at a low angle. Do a wall jump towards the bridge and use your accumulated speed to slide out of the roof onto battlements. This is another type of rollout that teaches you a crucial trick in Rolloutomy, the trick of sliding off of ramp obstacles. Remember, anytime you see a ramp, you can bet your ass you can slide off of it with enough speed. Whether it's a bunch of rocks forming into a ramp, or stairs, with the right angle and speed, you can slip and slide away. Or surf, as I later soon learned what the actual name was. Back then, it was slip and slide, and I'm keeping it that way from me. Ski ball slide jump. So you know the rollout and the slide out I did before? By using those first jumps, you can gain speed to slide off of this particular roof here to fly up against the building. Fly to wherever you want to go. You become the ski ball in this jump. And learning how to slide and rocket jump at the same time adds one more lesson learned for your rollout-o-me experience. So with all the basic and complex jumps done, you can now start your own jumps. If you can get down these jumps perfectly, then you shouldn't worry about any other jump. To really test what you've learned, I've arranged a type of rollout on 2-Fort that's really going to test your wit here. This is, in my opinion, a top tier move that can only be done by people who are really experienced. The ultimate rocket jump move of 2-Fort, which I like to call the Dragon Rollout of 2-Fort. Sounds cool. It's my name, and I want to make it cool, okay? This entire move requires the mastery of strafing, certain basic jumps and complex jumps, and timing. All these moves connected create the ultimate combo. Pull these moves off just right and you can look like a badass. Not only that, but most likely you can pull off any rocket jump combo like nothing. If you can pull off these moves on 2-Fort, you can apply it to anywhere on any map. Jump maps or a really competitive match on Process, you can use your experience and infer what to do. See what I did there? Did it again. I'm a goddamn genius. Woo! Like for example, this footage from an old video where I was playing casual matches for the first time. This was when the man-treads were updated to have 200% air strafe. So I was pretty much flying everywhere. At this part of the video I tried doing the rollout, but it was just me recalling some footage I seen on Process like years ago. Like I've mentioned before, I don't watch too many TF2 videos anymore. Maybe because everyone went to freaking Overwatch like losers back then, but anywho, I didn't pull it off, obviously because I didn't know the rollout too well. Then I watched my boy Benny do a rollout and I completely got what I had to do. And on my first try on doing the rollout, I pulled it off. Not because I practiced on the map, but because I recalled certain jumps from my 2-Fort experience. Let's take a look here and see how my noggin used experiential jumps to break this Process's rollout-o-me. First jump is pretty much the C-tap wall boost. Reminds me of when I start off the frog jump at 2-Fort. Okay, the second jump reminds me of the rooftop rollout. Now for the last jump, I'm flying and I got all this accumulated speed. You see there? It's the slide out part of rooftop slide out. But you gotta do a rocket jump with the slide out. So this is pretty much the skee ball jump then. So with my speed and with this jump, I'm gonna turn into the skee ball and fly all the way to mid. And now that I have the base rollout-o-me completed, I can take things a step further and put another jump and another one to go even further beyond. Like take a look at the old Process rollout-o-me. Now let's add a frog jump on top of that. Oh, yes! That was perfect and I recorded it too. Or, instead, do the Process rollout and do the frog jump and another skee ball jump instead. Now I'm at the other side of the map within 8 seconds. And this is just one example of how I use Experiential Jump's model of thinking to create my own way of traveling. I can do the same thing at Badlands as well. I never needed to watch a video teaching me on how to do the Badlands rollout because I look at the environment and the obstacles and then I do my educated guess as to what jumps correspond with them. It's like a puzzle and I'm just inserting the puzzle pieces using this mental way of thinking. Like right here I'm at spawn and I'm already imagining myself from point A to point B. I'm projecting myself inside my thought experiment to see which jumps I gotta do for each part of the environment, using my experience and infer the pieces to the puzzle, and then what comes out is drum and bass worthy performance. And you know what? Let's replay that clip in frag video mode. I think it's time that I make my own frag movie now. Play the drum and bass music.
Baby Hunts is a robot UGC Hero champion, invite soldier, who gets pussy on the daily, and oh my god, did you see that shit? Oh my god, oh my god, oh!
So it's best to learn your rocket jumps through real gameplay, so that way you add the tinkering to your basic jumps to make them both stylish and effective. I know I can't really use myself as an example, because I always use the rocket jumper and the market garner. Of course it's going to be effective for me without taking rocket jump damage. But recently there was somebody I found out on YouTube, another soldier player who goes by the name of Blind Pyro. And to be honest, I think watching his videos inspired me to make this one to explain the whole experiential jumps, and the 2-fort side of it as well. Blind Pyro, in my eyes, is a great example of someone doing experiential jumps to his advantage. He knows the system of Beggar's Bazooka, and he knows exactly what to do when any obstacle comes his way. His style of jumping is obviously different than mine. I can definitely see some similarities in thought processes behind the jumps. Such a good Beggar's Bazooka player, and ain't no rocket jumper, but it'll do. If you don't know who Blind Pyro is, please check him out because his soldier highlight videos are entertaining to watch. I do feel like 2-fort has a lot to offer when it comes to rocket jumping. It's a small playground with so much potential to learn about rocket jumping that it's weird not seeing anyone else mention it. Like, this is the place where I've learned the most about rocket jumping than any other map. Maybe I played too much on 2-fort, but god damn it, it's a fun map to jump around in. There are so many pieces of the environments that you can use to just jump extraordinarily well. I really love 2-fort, and to jump around in it. It's a beautiful map. It's an art map, okay? It's trash, but it also has that like subliminal, surreal type of message it's trying to give as well. It's like a Dadaist art piece. You look at it and you're like, this is trash. And then that's the whole point, right? And then you look behind the message behind it. You look for a deeper meaning and you're like, oh, I get it. Maybe I'm just making shit up, but hey, I don't know. I'm just sharing to you guys how I learned my jumps. And hopefully this would help someone out there to be better as soldier in rocket jumping. And I don't know how to make an ending for this video. So I mean, this video started off as a rant because I told a friend about how good 2-fort was, but he didn't believe me. And then I started this Google Drive document, typed the whole essay. Then I made another draft to get it better. And I guess thanks for watching all the way. And yeah, I'll just present some highlight clips that I haven't stored that I've accumulated over the past 2 months, I believe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.
fucking guy, dude. He's killing everyone. They just don't, they refuse to look at him. He's a fucking enigma. It's awesome. It's funny. These guys are fucking deaf, dumb, and blind. It's pretty awesome.
Is that Soundsmith?
Let's go! Oh, where's Soundsmith, bro?
Dude, I just saw some Soundsmith.
Oh. I love epic Soundsmith.
Oh, hey Frank, what's up? How you doing?
Here's the gun.
What?
Here's the doctor's note. Just fucking do it. It's
What the
time.
fuck? You gonna put this on
No,
me?
you gotta fucking do it.